Welcome to the Urban Survivor channel, and in this video I'm going to be sharing the items that I keep on my keychain. This keychain is a primary component to my EDC, and it's almost always with me, and many of the items on the keychain have been there for years. But there's always great new things coming out, so I'm always on the lookout for new items and ways to improve it. The keychain is made from a single piece of full grain leather. It's got an HK style military clip on the end, which makes it easy to attach different things, and there's also a D-ring on the bottom. This one was actually made for me by a friend, but there's one on Amazon which is pretty similar, which I'll link to below. Most of the items on the keychain are attached to the keychain with Nite S-beaners, and I'm using about 5 of them for this current setup. They're really small, and the reason I went with them as opposed to traditional rings is because they give you the ability to remove and reattach the different items on your keychain quickly and easily. This is great because it makes it a lot easier to use a single item on your keychain, especially if it's something like a flashlight, a multi-tool, or your car keys. If you've been subscribed to my channel, you probably know that I really like keychain flashlights. And I've reviewed a bunch of them, and the light that I'm going to be carrying now, at least until something better comes along, is the new Nite Tiny 2. The Nite Tiny 2 is an ultra compact and powerful USB-C dual LED 500 lumen flashlight, and it can throw a beam up to 89 meters. It's also got a cool little OLED display which gives you some information about the different output settings, the current run times and remaining battery life, and finally the charging status. I did a full review of this a few weeks ago, and if you want to learn more, I'll post a link to that in the description. This here is the Leatherman micra, which I've carried on my keychain for well over 5 years, and as you can see it has a bit of wear and tear and a few scratches, but it works just as well today as the day that I bought it. I've had a few different small Leatherman multi-tools over the years, but for me the biggest selling point on the micra are the scissors. In addition to the scissors, it's also got a nice pair of tweezers, a Phillips driver, and a bottle opener on one side, and on the other side there's a knife, a flathead driver, and finally a small file. The scissors definitely get the most use, but the tweezers and the drivers come in handy from time to time as well. Here is the Fisher Space Pen Trekker, which is another item on the keychain that gets a lot of use on a daily basis, and I've also carried it for years. To grab this pen, all you have to do is pull it apart from the cap, and the cap stays connected to the keychain. Aside from the fact that it's really convenient, the pen also has a nice grip to it and it writes really well. It's worn down and scratched up a bit on the cap, but overall it works just fine. You can also replace the ink with Fisher Space Pen cartridges, which I've had to do just once since I've owned it. Another tool I like to keep on the keychain is a Schrade SC TPT titanium pry bar. In addition to a pry bar, it's also got a seatbelt cutter, a glass breaker tip, bottle opener, and it can be used as a hex wrench. A cash stash is something that I've also carried for over 5 years, and inside I like to keep a spare $20 bill. To access the cash stash, all you have to do is twist it open, and inside there's room for one bill. It's good to have some spare cash around to pay for some food or gas in case your credit cards don't work or you're out of cash in your wallet. This container is watertight and it's really lightweight as well, and you can also use it to store other small items like medication. Finally, I keep some keys for my Toyota 4Runner and a few different house keys, and sometimes if I'm driving, I'll detach the car keys from the keyring. Let me know what you keep on your keychain below, and if you have any thoughts on ways to improve the setup, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching the video, and if you enjoyed, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and make sure you're subscribed to the Urban Survivor channel for more videos like this one.